Good morning, guys. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. My name is Ron and this is MotorTube. If you're stopping by for the first time, smash the subscribe button, turn your notification bell on to stay up to date with the videos and be part of the family. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram at ToxicSRT. Also add me on Snapchat at ToxicSRT as well. And well, today we have a very special video, and it's kind of a video to answer every single one of you guys' questions. So the question you guys always ask is, Ron, do you know how to drive a manual? Why don't you drive a manual? And I'm gonna answer that question in this video. Last time I drove a manual was like at least 4 years ago. It was a Ford ST, and that's pretty much it. I haven't driven a manual since then, so I'm probably really rusty, but I've driven manual before and I kind of got the hang of it. But again, I haven't driven it since. I have never owned a manual car, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I've always just had auto, and that's just the way it's been. And with me having both my cars autos because I wanted to build them, and I'm not the greatest manual driver. And if you're not the greatest manual driver, then you should just stay away from manual cars, because you could lose a lot of races if you don't get the shifting right every single time perfectly. So I much rather let the computer do that. So today a friend of mine is gonna teach me how to drive manual. I mean, I kind of know how to drive it, but he's gonna kind of refresh my memory and help me get it right, and we're gonna do it in a Mustang GT350. So I hope you guys are in for an awesome video, because class is in session. Let's get it. I know when I'm making this video, a lot of people are gonna be in the comments like, yo, Ron, how do you call yourself a car guy, but you don't know how to drive manual very well, or you're just now getting the hang of it, this and that? Well, I just want to let you guys know the definition of a car guy. A car guy is simply somebody who loves cars, has a passion for it, and just enjoys every single type of car, respects what they stand for, and acknowledging how special they are. That's my definition of a car guy. Nowadays, the definition of a car guy is somebody who needs to know every single aspect of a car, every single part of the history about the car, know how to drive manual very well, only drives V8s. It doesn't matter what you drive, how well you know how to drive, what you know about a car. As long as you appreciate the car and have respect for it, in my books, you're a car guy. A lot of people have been changing the definition throughout the years, especially on social media, because anybody could just make rules to what a real car guy is. Also, I've never driven a manual sports car. I drove the Ford ST, but I never owned it. It was just like a test drive type of thing, and it was cool. I got the hang of it, but since then, I haven't touched a single manual car. And it's so hard to find manual cars nowadays, just because everybody has been getting autos, and the autos come so far, and they have 10 speed and 8 speed and all this other crazy stuff that people don't like to buy manual. But for me personally, as much as I love auto and I've always owned auto, I'd love to get a manual car. I haven't yet to figure out what kind of manual car I'd get, but I'd love to pick one up soon and to kind of see what it feels like to have a manual car, how to drive it every day, things like that. I'd love to have that feeling and enjoyment of driving a car, because auto is kind of boring, but we could argue about that. So hopefully one day I'll be able to pick one up. Comment down below what manual car you guys think I should buy. Nothing too crazy, like a Z01 1LE, something affordable that I could just buy just to enjoy and have fun with, not really building in, trying to make it a race car. So comment down below what you guys suggest. All right, guys, so here we got the GT350. We got my man Raul right here. So he's basically gonna teach me how to drive the manual, kind of refresh my memory, because I haven't driven a manual in such a long time. What could you tell us about this, Raul?
Well, one of my favorite things about it is that the clutch is very smooth, you know? It's not very heavy. Okay. So if you're not on an incline, you know, or something, you can just let go of the clutch. Don't really have to step on the gas. Okay, cool. So, cool. Anything else? Anything for a first time? If there's any people out there that's their first time touching a manual car, what should they know? Try to find some, you know, empty space. Practice a little bit. Just on the first gear, it's probably the toughest one. Okay. Just launching off without letting your car turn off on you, you know. Alright. Other than that, get the first gear, and then it should be fine after that, you know. Just everything's fun. Alright. Cool. Alright, guys, so now the moment you guys have all been waiting for, I'm gonna take the GT350 for a ride and see how it feels to drive a manual GT350. Alright, guys, so we're about to go in here. So as you guys can tell, the manual has 3 pedals. You got your gas, your brake, and your clutch. So let's get in here. Whew. It's a Mustang. You have to turn the air on because it's pretty hot today.
Got your Alcantara steering wheel. Put it in sport. So you change it to sport.
And that opens up the...
And then we got our GoPro right here so you could kind of see what's going on. 6-speed manual, right?
Yeah, 6-speed.
Alright, so let's take it for a drive. Safety first, of course. Right now we're neutral, right? Right now it's neutral, alright. So, got your brakes right here. And this first gear. Okay. First gear. And slowly hit.
You could do it, or since now we're in the hill right now, you could just slowly go with the clutch. And it'll start taking off on its own. especially if you're kind of a, you know, newer driver. Yeah, it is definitely pretty annoying. So, but you just can't let it discourage you. Yeah,
you just gotta, you know, gotta keep learning.
First time I jumped into a stick shift car, it was my 5.0 in a while, and then it turned off on me
car is definitely different, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It is. It's not first. Alright guys, so I'm back. I had such an awesome time with the GT350. Loved driving the 6-speed manual. Like I said, this is my second car driving that is a manual, okay? The other one was at Ford ST, and I drove it for like, I don't know, like 10 minutes. So this is like the official test drive of a manual car, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. It's gonna take time to learn it 100%, but you know, you just gotta go out there and do it. I know a lot of people on YouTube know how to do it, but there's a lot of people that don't. But to tell you guys the truth, I do recommend you guys going out and learning how to drive a manual because it is so awesome. I'm definitely gonna have to buy a manual car, so stay tuned for that. Like I said, let me know what you guys recommend when it comes to a manual car. What car you guys think I should buy and kind of just learn how to drive manual and have fun with this. So comment down below. But again, shout out to Raul for letting me take it for a drive. All right guys, so I'm finally back home. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was awesome making it, and now it's time to let you guys go. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, smash the subscribe button, turn your notification bell on to stay up to date with the videos and be part of the family. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram and add me on Snapchat at ToxicSRT, and I will see you guys on the next upload. Peace out.